91.3 KDWB. This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses. Brought to you by Totally Tan.
We're doing War of the Roses. We're talking to Caroline, and you got to hear one part of the story. I saw this email, and I said, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard a guy try to talk his way out of.
I don't agree it's the most ridiculous, but it's up there.
It is up there.
Yeah.
You'll hear that in a second. Caroline, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being on KDWB for War of the Roses. We were talking about how Caroline's been listening to War of the Roses since she was like 12 years old, which was totally inappropriate, some of the things you've heard. And now here you find yourself years later, and you're on War of the Roses yourself. Kind of a surprise, Caroline.
Oh, yes. It's been one of my more enduring love affairs for sure. But now I'm worried about my real life one.
What's going on with Mitch? Because this is where the story gets a little bit hard to believe. What happened?
So, my boyfriend Mitch, we live together and we have an adorable dog, Buddy. And he said he was going to take Buddy on a walk. But then Mitch came home a couple hours later after I saw this picture of him and Buddy on Snapchat that was clearly taken by somebody else. Definitely not a selfie. It was taken from super far away, probably 10 feet or something. So I'm just like, how you doing that by yourself, dude? So I asked him about it, and he tried to explain to me that he saw some trick online where you throw your phone in the air with a self timer. Anyway, I don't know. It seems sketchy.
Okay, let's stop right there for a second, because when I saw this in the email, I'm like, okay, I would have come up with something different, I saw, Buddy and I, we just wanted a picture, so I asked a stranger to take a picture. So his excuse was he set his timer on his phone, tossed it in the air, and perfectly took a non-blurry, perfectly framed picture of him and Buddy?
Yeah, non-blurry.
Okay.
Physically impossible.
Yeah,
Dave, I'm exactly like you. If that was, I would have been, the first thing that would come to mind is A, you had a stranger take it, or B, I leaned it up against a tree or something from a distance and then did a timer. Not, I threw it in the air and it perfectly captured this picture. And I wasn't afraid my phone would break and crack.
I hadn't even thought about that one. But you put on the spot, and it's like, who took this picture? First of all, he slipped up.
Yeah, no kidding.
By posting a picture like that on Snapchat. Was it Snapchat?
Yeah.
He screwed up by posting that because that shows there was a third person there. Your suspicion is the third person that was there is some woman that he was actually walking the dog with. And if he would have said something that made sense, you wouldn't be suspicious. But because he told such an outrageous lie, he's covering up for something.
Mm-hmm.
Fallon, I want you to try something right now.
Okay.
Pull out your iPhone.
Got it.
Set the timer on 3 seconds.
Okay.
Strike a pose.
Here we are.
And set the timer ready and toss it. And
yep, it's my ankle. Took a picture of my ankle. Yep.
Okay. I'm not trying to laugh at your problem, but you got to admit that excuse is pretty laughable.
But that's not the main reason you're calling us, because now there's something new that's happened recently.
Exactly. I mean, the photo was definitely the first red flag, but so Mitch always wears a hat because he's sensitive about going bald. So he always has on his wild hat, always. Like a Minnesota
wild hat?
Oh yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So one day he was going to Home Depot and he was wearing his, favorite wild hat. But he came home wearing his gopher hat. So I asked him, "Where's your hat?" And he said he didn't know. So I just had this fear that he's going to see somebody else and switched hats and didn't think about it. He's keeping hats at other ladies' homes. I don't know.
How long was he gone to the Home Depot?
A couple hours.
That is a long time.
But Home Depot has been really busy, and it's kind of fun sometimes just to stroll through Home Depot. I like going through Best Buy and just kind of strolling around.
Usually an hour is pretty adequate, though. But maybe you live far away from the Home Depot. I don't know.
Okay. Do you think...
Okay.
I want to ask you a question, though, Caroline, because do you think that you are now, and I'm not saying you are, but do you think that sometimes you're just looking for reasons? Okay, now I don't trust him anymore, so every time he's late or something doesn't quite match up, I'm going to assume that he's cheating. Because I think the hat thing, I don't quite get it. So he left the house in his wild hat, came home 2 hours later.
Oh, I'd be suspect of that.
Wearing a different hat. And he claimed he didn't know where his wild hat was, but he left wearing the wild hat. This is a riddle. It's a puzzle. It's a conundrum,
yeah.
Allison Fallon. What do you think? Is that what happened with the hat?
I mean, maybe he has a spare one in his car. He just grabbed it, but I don't know why he would switch it out.
Did you let it slide, or did you argue about it, or what'd you do when this happened?
I mean, I didn't want to be like overly crazy just in case I was like overreacting. I mean, I can be kind of a worrywart, but he was so dismissive of it. He just said he didn't know. Well,
especially, you know what? I'd have my radar up, especially after the toss the phone in the air selfie story. Here's what we can do. We can make a phone call to him and offer him roses to send to whoever. We give him the fake surveys like, hey, it's so-and-so calling with a survey. You take the survey, you win a dozen roses. We'll send those to whoever you want. Now, the right answer is going to be Caroline. That's you. The wrong answer is any other name besides Caroline, unless it's his mother. Okay?
That's true.
That is the wrong answer. But it's you. It's Caroline. He loves you. You got a dog together. How is Buddy anyway? Is Buddy okay?
Oh, Buddy's great. Buddy's just a perfect little jolly dude.
All right, you stay there, Caroline. We'll come back when we make the phone call to Mitch. What do you think? Is this the dumbest excuse for having something you can't explain, the throwing the phone in the air selfie? Have you heard a dumber excuse? Is it feasible? Do you know this trick? Is this a real thing? What do you think of the ball cap? Would you be suspicious? Is she being too suspicious? I love all your thoughts. Call me because I want to talk to you. It's 651-989-KDWB, or what the heck, you can text to at KDWB1. That's our short code. It's 53921. Coming right back on KDWB. We talked to somebody on War of the Roses a minute ago.
Caroline,
Caroline was telling us about her boyfriend went out for a walk with her dog Buddy, and then she didn't think anything of it, but then he came back and she sees on his Snapchat that there's a picture of him and Buddy perfectly framed, clear as a bell, and obviously somebody took it. And she's like, who took this picture? He's like, I threw it up in the air and set it on the self-timer, and it perfect. I learned how to do it on on the
internet.
On the internet somewhere. Somebody says via text at KDWB1, throwing your phone up for a selfie does work, but you have to throw it pretty high, and it helps be standing on a solid surface like concrete. I think they're joking, because that's dumb.
Are they?
Because what they're trying to do is say throw your phone up really high so it'll land on concrete. That's a good one.
I would have fallen for that. That's the kind of stuff that I fall for.
Well, I thought, why would the surface have to be hard? They're being a smart aleck, Fallon.
Yep, I get it now.
Don't do this trick. Do not stand on concrete and try to take a selfie with your timer on your phone and throwing it up in the air.
Someone said he is absolutely cheating. I'm sure the hat changed when he was doing the hanky-panky in his car or something, and it fell off in the process, and he just so happened to grab another one to put back on.
Hanky-panky.
I love that trivia phrase.
Somebody said via text at KDWB1 on War of the Roses, she should have had him show her the Snapchat trick on his phone. Oh, so you can do that?
Oh, trust me. Yeah, if that would have been the whole, I would have been like, prove it. Prove it.
Oh,
do it now.
It won't work. It's not working
I'm
right
not on
now.
concrete.
I'm not on concrete.
Throw it really high. You can ask Buddy. Buddy will tell you. Let's make the phone call right now on War of the Roses on KDWB.
Mitch, we have a dozen long-stem romantic roses. We're sending those out for you this week. If I can grab a name, who would you like to send those to?
Send them to Caroline. And do you leave a note that says I love you so much?
I will leave a note.
Great.
Okay.
Wait a second. Were you expecting this phone call? Were we set up?
I've never been told what to put on the card before. I asked if you want to leave a message on the card before.
Hey, this was weird. I've never had this happen before, where we call and right away they have a name.
Mm-hmm.
They always stumble when it comes to a card.
Yeah.
But you not only had something to say on the card, but you gave us something to say on the card without even being asked about it.
Yeah. Do you know what War of the Roses is, Mitch?
No, I don't even listen to KDWB.
Okay, there's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, I don't listen to KWB, yet he knew that it's KWB calling. I think you, sir, are full of it, and I think that you knew this was War of the Roses, and I'm going to guess you know who's on the other phone, too.
No, I think I don't.
Well, now, I was actually worried about this earlier because Caroline said she's listened to our show since she was 12.
Yes.
So there's no way she hasn't talked about War of the Roses to Mitch before, or Mitch hasn't heard it in the background or something.
I wonder how many guys have gotten a phone call from a survey and they're going, oh my God, it's War of the Roses calling.
Every time someone gets one, they tweet me. They're like, I was panicked today.
Hey, Mitch, I don't know what's going on, but I will say it's Dave, Ryan, and Fallon. We're over at KDWB. We are doing War of the Roses, which you claim to have not heard of. But
you knew it was KDWB.
I just think sort of everybody kind of knows what it's, or heard of it at least. Like,
okay, but if you've heard of it, then that makes sense that you would right away spout off the name Caroline and say the card, tell her I love her so much. But that's not bad news.
No, but I mean, it was very well prepared, and your girlfriend Caroline is obviously on the phone.
Hi.
Hi, Caroline.
So I have to ask you a question, Mitch.
Yes.
Can you really take a selfie by setting a timer on your phone and tossing it up in the air and getting it framed perfectly like you did with Buddy?
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
You don't even like TikTok, though. I mean, you're shitting me. It was a perfect photo from 10 feet away. You don't even have a case on your phone. What the hell?
I don't know what to tell you. I saw it online. I did it myself, and it worked. It was.
How many times did it take you to get it perfect?
I mean, I was standing out in the field. It probably took me 10 times.
Oh my God!
Look it up on TikTok, Fallon. What do you think?
I've seen it on TikTok where they throw it up into like a tree, and it's slow-mo. Shows like the beautiful flowers, like if it's a flowering tree, and it'll come down slowly. But I haven't seen where you throw it up and it takes a perfect picture.
You just gotta set the self timer, and
okay.
Just once the time's right. I don't know. It just kind of works out.
Do you even have a TikTok? I
might have been scrolling through. It could have been through Twitter. I don't.
Oh, okay. So now your story's changing. Well, what the hell happened to your wild hat?
Where is your wild hat, Mitch? The missing wild hat has yet to be explained.
Yep.
I honestly don't know where that hat is.
But you were wearing it when you left for Home Depot the other day. I know you were.
I don't know if I was wearing it. I might have been wearing the other hat when I left. I just, I couldn't find it. I think that it's just, I don't know where it is.